Hi everyone, my name is Tammy, and I thought it was time to do another studio vlog, as well as sitting outside and doing some plein air painting, which is just painting what you see out in nature. Right now I'm sitting in front of a citrus orchard where the oranges and the grapefruit are dissipating quickly because the season is changing, but all of the blossoms are blooming, which of course is what blossoms do. Sometimes I say weird things, but the smells are sensational, and it means that new life is beginning. Here's one of the orange trees right now. And that's what I decided I wanted to put down on paper, just adding in some of those green colors. So I had some really light green for where the sun, the light might be hitting the branches, and then some darker green as well for the medium colors, as well as doing some shadowy darker green parts later on. And when I'm sitting outside painting in plein air, I always like to use this flat wash brush because it gives me those really nice angular shapes that I love when I'm painting in nature. So I usually use a brush like this when I'm painting landscapes, and oddly enough, a rounded brush when I'm painting pretty much anything else, especially flowers. So just getting in those dark shapes here. I'm painting wet on wet because my paper is still wet, and I'm adding in the darker paint as it's wet as well. And it just creates really nice edges, things blend together well, and you have some softer lines. So just stippling in a little bit of that grounding for the tree trunk. So this month I had a trip to California to spend time with family, and I did get to paint outside. You may have seen some of my reels. I got to go to Newport Beach and just sit and enjoy the ocean waves, the sounds, and was able to paint some of the beach scenes there. That was a really fun time for me, not only to spend time with family, but being able to be out there and capture what my eyes were seeing, what my ears were hearing in that moment. You know, I'm always encouraging you to paint outside when you can. And I will link a video below in this description that helps encourage you to paint outside and how to do it. Sometimes it just seems too intimidating to start, but if you have the right supplies, the kit ready, and the mindset, you can do it, and it's really fun. So here I'm adding in more layers as my paper has dried, and I've got the light green on the first layer. I've got my shadowed parts, and I'm just not focusing on making everything perfect, but just adding in shapes that look interesting to me, kind of wispy branches and leaves. It's very abstract and loose. And now the next one I did was a cactus. Here's some cactus that I can see outside my window. They are giant. And I know living in the desert, I still need to work on doing cactus. And cacti can be very intimidating, but I just thought I would give it a shot. This one is more of a kind of cartoony version, but I really had fun with this as well. So adding in those light layers, and then we'll just start building up a little bit darker and darker, finally adding in our details at the end. So I was going to ask you, what have you been painting this month? For me, I really have done a lot of painting outdoors. That was what was calling to me. And I definitely have painted outdoors more than I've shown you guys, just because I know a lot of times I do flowers on this channel, but I like landscapes as well. And being out in nature, if you watched any of my videos when I'm painting outside, you know how much it makes my heart happy. I wanted to say, though, another update is that I had the Patreon art prints that were due this month, and so I've just sent those out, and I did a landscape as well as a floral painting that I sent out to my patrons who are in the $13 tier, and you get one art print per month, but they're sent out every 2 months, if that makes sense. So I make a cute little package, and they're 5x7 little prints that I sign on both sides, and are fun if you're looking for something like that for a gift. You get all the other bonus content in the other tiers, which includes live stream access, 3 exclusive tutorials per month, and a self-care worksheet because I'm a therapist and like to encourage people to work on their mental health, as well as a digital file that you can print some of my art on whatever you'd like. So link is in the description for Patreon if you're interested. And my subscriptions start as low as $2.50 a month. So anyway, just something to look into. I'm adding in the lines of this cactus now. It's been a really good month for me, just personally. with family and a lot of good things happening. And I'm definitely grateful for that. I try to count my blessings as often as possible because we often forget what is going well and the good things that have happened and how God has taken care of us. So here I'm adding in those lines, just being not careful at all. As I told you before, I can definitely work on my cacti, but this is me trying, and everything we do takes effort. And putting that effort into it, it's a little by little process. But as we start adding in the layers and we start seeing differences in the objects that we're creating, we're starting to learn how to do things better, differently, what we like, what we don't like. I also wanted to mention that since May is Mental Health Awareness Month, I'm curious how you are taking care of your mental health and just kind of consider that for a moment. What are the things that you're doing for you to do self-care every day? Because those things not only make you a nicer person to your family and friends, but they also encourage those people to start doing things for themselves as well. It'll make you more productive and just more happy in general. So I'm adding in the darker, more concentrated green here for the shadowed sides on the left side. I really want the contrast to be shown, the part of the cactus that's in light, that's bright yellow, and then the part that's in the shadows. I hope you enjoyed this really quick studio update today. Just wanted to pop on here fast to give you a little taste of what I've been painting outside, as well as encourage you guys for that self-care piece in your life. Happy painting to you, and I will see you guys soon on the next video. Take care.